Hi, this is a Great Basin fire potential briefing for Saturday, August 17th, 2019. Looking at fire potential impacts over the next few days, we are looking at gusty winds with critically low relative humidities over portions of Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming today and tomorrow. You can see those areas of concern highlighted on the maps above in orange. Looking at precipitation over the past 24 hours, you can see there was some pretty light precipitation that fell over portions of Utah and Nevada, and there were some lightning strikes associated with those storms. Initial activity yesterday was light across the Great Basin. Over the past 14 days, things have been pretty dry across the Great Basin. You can see the image on the right shows how the precipitation that has fallen compares to normal. And you can see that the majority of the Great Basin is below normal as far as precipitation, especially across the southern part of the Great Basin, where typically we would be seeing precipitation across the south due to the monsoon. ERCs are on the rise across the Great Basin, especially across the southern part of the area. Taking a look in a little more detail at these ERCs, you can see from those trend charts on the right how the ERCs have begun to trend upwards over the past few days. Live fuel moisture continues to decrease across the Great Basin, and for the most part, sagebrush fuel moisture is right around average. Those 10-hour fuel moistures are starting to go back downwards across the southern part of the area. We've seen a decrease in 10-hour fuel moisture across southern Nevada, southwestern Utah, and the Arizona Strip. Satellite this morning shows a weather system moving to the north of the Great Basin, and that will bring us some gusty winds today. So for today, we are concerned about gusty winds and low relative humidities. You can see those areas highlighted on the significant fire potential map on the right. Winds will be strongest across southeastern Idaho and eastern Utah. You can see the wind gust forecast here on the left-hand side of the screen. We're looking at wind gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range this afternoon. Relative humidities will be quite dry across the Great Basin with single-digit relative humidities possible across the south. As we move into Sunday, we'll keep that dry air in place across the Great Basin. We're not highlighting any areas for high risk for wind on Sunday. Winds will be much lighter across the area tomorrow. We will continue to see really dry conditions. Moving into Monday, we're looking at a pretty similar weather pattern. We will see warming conditions, so those temperatures will continue to rise over the next few days. Monday, again, we're looking at another day of really light winds and very dry conditions. Over the next 3 days, no precipitation is expected to fall across the Great Basin. As we move into Tuesday, again, looking at a pretty similar weather pattern, very dry conditions and light winds expected on Tuesday. Pretty similar on Wednesday, looking at temperatures continuing to increase across the area into Wednesday. And on Thursday, we could see a slight increase in moisture, nothing too significant, but again, rising temperatures and generally light winds. And then going into Friday, we will begin to see a weather system making its way to the northern part of the Great Basin again. This will likely result in increasing winds across at least the northern part of the area on Friday. Looking at the 7-day total for precipitation, really nothing at all as far as precipitation expected across the area for the next week. Finally, in the 8 to 14-day period, things are continuing to look hot and dry. The Climate Prediction Center is calling for above normal temperatures for the entire Great Basin with below normal precipitation for the entire area. So really, we are not looking at the monsoon returning to the area. That's it for the briefing. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thank you.